All right, welcome back to another episode of Through the Roof, a consumer-focused podcast where we talk about all kinds of things, metal roofing, metal siding, and even post-frame buildings. I'm here live at the Knoxville Home Show in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee, with my co-host Adam Clark.
Hey, what's up?
And our semi-co-host Shannon Clark.
Hey, everybody.
Who's not related.
That's why you're sitting between us.
Yeah, separating the two. Make sure that we're distinguished. But so we're just gonna do a little podcast episode. What's up, man? This morning, talking about metal roof maintenance. So we get a lot of questions here at the home show from people that already have a metal roof that want to know about proper maintenance practice. How do I clean my metal roof? What should I look for maintaining my metal roof? So we're gonna kind of talk through some of those questions, Adam. And one of the questions that we get asked a lot here at the show is, how do you clean a metal roof once it's been on there a couple of years? Maybe it starts getting a little dingy, or maybe you're under a lot of trees and you get a lot of sap on the roof. What are some steps that somebody can take to really maintain the new look of their metal roof?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is really making sure that the product that you get is designed to last a lifetime, and you're not dealing with a polyester paint system that's going to chalk and fade prematurely. Because if you get an inferior finish or an inferior steel product, there's not really a lot that you'll be able to do in terms of maintaining the appearance of that system. But if you get a true metal supply, lifetime warranted roof, and you're in an environment where you either have biological growth, or if you get into an environment where there's overspray, like if you're doing painting on siding, we have a really great partner with Watts Removal Products, and it was really nice. Paul and his brother were able to come into our facility and really do some demos with us and help us to understand what types of applications the Watts Removal products are really designed to overcome. Is that the background noise?
Nope.
And so, Mason, maybe you can even talk about some of the testing that Paul and his brother did when they were at our facility. But the Watts product is really the product that we're talking about here with homeowners who want to make sure that they're able to reclaim the great, long-lasting appearance of their roof.
Yeah, so anytime that you're putting a chemical product on your roof, you should be very conscious about what you're actually putting on there, which is a big question we get. Hey, can I use bleach on my roof? What kind of soaps can I use on my roof? Don't bleach your metal roof. It's a bad idea. And a lot of chemical products will actually void the warranty if you use them. But like you said, Watts Removal Products is a special product because it's been tested and approved for use by Sherwin-Williams, the company who coats our metal products. It's been approved by them to use to clean your metal roofing system. So like you said, some of the tests that we've personally seen performed on this is paint overspray is a big one, where literally we just coated some metal panels with spray paint, let it dry, and then used the product to remove the paint. And the product's really interesting because it encapsulates the paint and it doesn't let it reapply itself to the painted surface once it's been removed, and then you can literally just wipe it off. It's also great for, like you said, for tree sap or algae or things like that might accumulate on a roof over time. To remove those products, you can buy this stuff in a big gallon jug and dilute it in a sprayer, and take a soft bristle brush and literally just wash the roof with these products and lift all of those contaminants off of the roof and make it look new again.
We've got some videos that showcase how that actually works. So if you're curious about, how does the product going to work on your situation or your scenario, all you need to do is come by our office, and we've got little sample clean sweep wipes that are at our office, and we'll give one of those to you, and go and just test it on a part of your roof or on your steel siding or even aluminum siding, or it's really designed for a lot of exterior product application. But you'll find that that's going to be a product that outperforms almost any other cleaner out there without compromising the appearance of your metal roof and the finish of your metal roof. And again, it's stamped and approved by Sherwin-Williams, so you know that it's going to be something that is not going to take away from the look and the appearance of your metal roofing system.
Yep. So another thing about maintaining metal roofs, aside from cleaning them, is what is the actual maintenance of the product themselves. And especially with through-fastened products, people like to ask this question: do I need to maintain the screws? How often should I go up and check to see if screws are backing out or need replaced? What's some guidance, Adam, that you would give on a customer that's looking at a through-fastened metal roof on how they should maintain that?
Yeah, again, it comes down to the original product that you use. We have an Atlas fastener. The Ultimate fastener is a product that has an oversized multi-seal washer with an oversized cap head that has a recess underneath the actual metal cap of the screw, and that basically serves as an umbrella. So when you're actually securing that screw down through the panel, that washer recesses back into the cap, preventing the sun from drying it out. When you're dealing with a higher quality fastener, like the one that we will promote, you're not going to have to look at maintenance for screws every 5 to 7 years. You might be looking every 15 to 20 years. And then you start talking about, the true longevity of a metal roofing system with very, very little maintenance. Now, if you use an inferior screw or a number 9 screw, which is a smaller diameter shaft, you are going to fight with the screws trying to back out and counter turn when the metal thermally expands and contracts. So we like to make sure that the thickness or the diameter of the screw is appropriate, typically a number 10 or larger. And then, of course, the ultimate status with the multi-seal washer, the oversized cap, and the recessed cavity in the head of that cap.
So you kind of talked about exposed fasteners. What about for concealed fastened?
Yeah, I mean, concealed fasteners are even that much better, I guess. We talk about through fastener a lot because we're the champion of through fasten systems. We believe that it appeals to the greatest number of people, the greatest number of consumers can afford this economic metal roofing system. But for standing seam, it takes maintenance to kind of a different level when you don't have any exposed fasteners at all. Again, it comes down to installation. You want to make sure that you're using the right flashing and the right components to create a true concealed fasten system. The last thing we want to see is somebody investing in a standing seam roof and not hemming and locking the bottom of the panel around that extended eave or around that T-eave, and then having to run exposed fasteners at the edge of the panel to keep the wind from blowing the edge of the panel up. So for standing seam, it really does come down to making sure that the system is installed the right way. And we train and we coach installers on how to do that with our certification classes. If that's something you're interested in, if you're local to Knoxville, come and check us out. We'll do that at our facility. If you're anywhere around the nation and you want to learn more about how to install standing seam correctly, get in contact with us and we can do a Zoom or video conference with you and go through proper installation practices. We believe in serving the metal roofing industry through creating the most effective systems that people can really be excited about, and that's how we think will really influence and affect the industry to grow. But yeah, to answer your question, Shannon, with standing seam, if installed correctly, there's almost no maintenance outside of maybe some of the Watts products where you're retouching the surface if you're exposed to biological growth or paint overspray or things like that.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, really the point you're driving home is one of the best ways to extend the life of your roof and reduce the maintenance that it needs is to make sure you're doing the installation right on the outset. Right? You can choose to cut corner with through fastened or concealed fastened standing seam. You can choose to cut a lot of corners to eliminate initial costs, and you probably will have a lot more maintenance in 10 years. No, I don't need butyl tape. No, I'll use an inferior screw. No, I won't do this or that. And you're going to cause a lot of problems. And those are really the choices that leave a bad taste for metal roofing in some people's mouth, because they've either used an inferior paint system, or if they've used a good system, they've used an inferior screw, or they haven't used the correct ancillary products, properly sealing pipe boots, properly sealing rake trim, and drip edge, and ridge cap, and all of that. And then they find themselves in a situation where some portion of the roof is failing, and it's not necessarily the metal roof's fault. It's the choice of trying to cut costs on initial installation.
I mean, we even see that with ridge vent systems too, right? In terms of having good airflow efficiency in your attic space, it cuts down on moisture, it cuts down on issues that can actually build up underneath the roofing system. The LP2 vented closure from Marco Industries is like a very affordable, simple vent system. You're already going to be putting closures underneath the ridge cap anyway. Why don't you just go ahead and make sure you create a vent system if you have gable or soffit vents to create a continuously flowing system. It's really easy to avoid these maintenance issues on the front end. It does become much more challenging to address them on the back end. And that's really what we've heard, at many of our shows. People are really happy with their system, their metal roofing system, except for this or except for that. And we almost always are able to drill down into an accessory or an ancillary product that should have been used that wasn't, that's created this problem.
Yeah. So let's say somebody bought a metal roof and they made the mistake of using an inferior fastener. They've had it for 15 or 20 years, and they're seeing that some of their fasteners are failing. Do they have to replace the whole roof? What can they do to fix that?
Yeah, I mean, screw replacement is really pretty common, and again, the diameter of the screw is really going to be the trick here. So standard roofs should be installed, initial screws should be a number 10. Number 12s are available. We consider those to be a replacement screw, and a number 14, which is an oversized screw, which is what we stock and we see most commonly used for a second set or second run of screws on a existing metal roofing system, are certainly an option. You know, you might pay $2,500 to replace all of the screws with another screw that's going to last you 15 or 20 years, as opposed to paying, you know, $12,000 for taking off the old metal and installing a new metal roofing system. So, of course, we're happy to help in either direction. We've got great partners, contractors in the industry that we can help to send out to a job site to give, you know, some more consultative advice on. But yeah, total screw replacement is very common when the metal is still in good condition, especially if you've cleaned it with Watts removal and the metal still looks good and the age of the metal has not been compromised. The new screw replacement with the number 14 oversized is a really great option.
Yeah, and Shannon, let's say somebody's listening. We're local here in East Tennessee. Somebody's listening across the nation. They say, man, I need some of those oversized screws, or I need Watts removal products. I've got some paint overspray. I need to clean my metal roof. Where could they go to get some of this stuff?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that, Mason. They can go to our website. We have a shop on there, and you can buy it from anywhere in the country.
Okay, and what is our website?
It is TrueMetalSupply.com.
So we put together an online store, TrueMetalSupply.com/shop. Where all of Watts removal products that are applicable to metal roofing systems are all on there. The wipes that you were talking about, the gallon-sized bottles, buckets, whatever, of the product that you can use to cover a large surface area, and even we sell the oversized screws, we sell pipe boots, we sell sealants, all of those ancillary parts, and we ship those nationwide all the time. So it doesn't really matter if you're here in the Southeast. We get
Watts products too. I'll jump in. It's a metal maintenance pack.
Yeah.
So it comes with the wipes. It comes with the detergent. It comes even with a bucket and safety glasses and gloves. So if you want to get something where as soon as it arrives, you can go on and start doing some maintenance, that whole kit is nice because you don't have to go out and start piecing the other PPE or brushes or anything together. It's all there in that pack together.
That's a great kit to get if you really want to test out these products. Sure. Like, yeah, let me see what each of these really does, how they work. And then you can move into buying, you know, gallons of it if you really want to break into that. All of that's at TrueMetalSupply.com/shop. Also want to give a shout out to Tyler Freeze over here with Flow Roofing.
Let's go, Tyler.
The man, the myth, the legend just showed up here at the home show. He's right across from me. And he does fantastic metal roofing installation work here in East Tennessee. If you're in East Tennessee, you need a metal roof, come see us at True Metal Supply or go see Flow Roofing. Those guys will hook you up. But that's about going to do it. We're going to have to hop off here, guys.
And getting ready to get fired up.
And sell some metal. We're 7 minutes away from start time. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed what you're listening to, hit the subscribe button for us. I will beg. Adam knows this.
I'm not ashamed.
I will beg for subscribers.